Hey guys, Project Zodiac here. I'm back with another video, and this is another TV show review. This time we're reviewing Cobra Kai. So I'm not going to be reviewing all of the seasons. I like to review shows as a whole, especially because when I write my notes for them, I don't really write notes for the seasons. I mean, it can be good to do that, but I prefer just reviewing it as a whole. If I remember something from a particular season, I'll review it like that. But for this one, I just wanted to do it as just as a whole. So there will be spoilers, but without spoilers, I'm gonna give my quick general thoughts on what I think about Cobra Kai, and then I'm gonna go straight into my in-depth thoughts. But this video shouldn't be too long. But basically, Cobra Kai is amazing. It is such a fantastic show that completely honors the values of the original movie, and on top of that it also ends up doing a lot of new things as well, and the characters are still true to themselves too. It's a show set in the Karate Kid universe and many years after it, and we kind of see the characters in real time, like their ages now as they are then. So I think that that's really cool, and it really focuses on Johnny a lot and his point of view, which was that Daniel did a illegal kick and that Daniel was the bully. That's how it is for like the first two seasons, but then after that it becomes much bigger than that. um, but yeah, it just becomes so big overall, and I think it's really cool and done really well. Now, in regards to the characters themselves, again, everyone's done really well. There's a lot of characters we can talk about. I don't want to go too in depth with that because this is a long show. It's 6 seasons. Each season's got about 10 episodes. So many characters, right? And so many fights and so many things. But I will say this: the main characters, um, that would be Daniel, Johnny, Miguel, Robbie, Samantha, and I forgot her name right now. The other girl, Tori, I think that was her name, right? I just watched season 6 not too long ago. I should remember this, but yeah, those ones I would consider them as the main characters. Of course, you got Hawk, you got Eli, you've got all of these other. Wait, Eli is Hawk, right? Dimitri, Hawk's friend. So you got a whole bunch of these other characters as well that are very important, and they're main characters as well. But for me, the actual main characters are the ones that I mentioned first. So they are all handled so well. Robbie is definitely a fantastic character. He's one of my favorites in all of Cobra Kai, and all of Karate Kid, and Miguel as well. And what they do with Johnny and Danny is so nice, and it's so cool because it's just these two guys that like have a whole rivalry, and they still haven't fully gotten over that. Like, they think they're over it, but then they just start nitpicking on things, and they realize that they have unresolved issues with each other, that they still need to beat out of each other basically, and kind of form a partnership. And that's what the show focuses on a lot. I don't want to say it's what the show is about, because it's not just that. There's so much more. But really, it's just such a fantastic continuation of the series that really respects the legacy and the characters and everyone involved. So I think that overall, Cobra Kai is just so good, and if you liked Karate Kid, you're gonna love this. And if you haven't watched Karate Kid, this show has a lot of action, a lot of fight scenes, and so many really cool things. So that's just my general quick thoughts on it. Really, again, I do have some complaints. So I guess for some complaints, in a quick general thoughts, is that these people really just need to sit down and talk because they don't. So they all result into beating each other up. when the issues could have easily been resolved if they just talk. And I think at some point in the show, somebody makes a comment about that too. Um, and yeah, I mean, so that's one issue. The other issue as well is they didn't bring back uh, Julie from the next Karate Kid. I don't think they brought back Daniel's love interest from the second movie. Maybe they did. I forgot if they did, but um, yeah. So there's a lot there that could have been handled a little bit more with bringing characters back, and also just I felt like that final season, it was really good, but I feel like it was mostly the second half that was really good. The first half just felt like it was the same thing as the first 5 seasons, and then there was just a lot of the same thing. Just another tournament, another big brawl, another big fight. And again, it's a karate based show. Of course, there's going to be that. I just think that the show works really good when it's focusing on the characters more than the karate. Because I think as the show goes, like for a movie itself, that would make sense, the balance would be even. But for a show itself, that's many, many episodes, and yes, there's so many character development, so many character moments, but a lot of those character moments still end up resulting in just stupid fights that weren't needed. And when I say stupid fights, I just mean like they could have just sat down and talked and not had to fight. That's what I mean. It was like fights that had no reason to be a fight. They just had a fight because no one wanted to talk. So I think that there was just too much of that it just kind of dragged the show a little bit. So I think that ending it with season 6 was the smart choice, just because it was just the same thing. It's just like, oh, a whole bunch of misunderstandings, let's go beat each other up. But that's just because of how long it ran for. Does that change how good the show is? No, because the show is amazing. I love the show. So yeah, it's one of my favorite shows. Everything's done with respect. I love it. So those are just my general thoughts. In terms of spoiler territories, if you guys want to stick around for that, please do. If you guys just wanted to hear my quick thoughts, thank you for hearing. Now, for spoiler territory things, we really get to see Daniel like as a car salesman. He has his own company. We get to hear about him and Mr. Miyagi's journey after the movies, and how much how much Mr. Miyagi was still present even when Daniel was married and all of that. And it's so nice to know that. And I know a lot of people might not like this, but in season 6, the last season, we actually get to see Mr. Miyagi, and that surprised me because the actor who plays Mr. Miyagi has been dead for a few years now. So the fact that they digitized Mr. Miyagi in a dream sequence flashback, I was really surprised by that. And I think it was done with respect. So I do like that they did that because it was a way to see Mr. Miyagi again. And as long as the actor Pat Morita's family was okay with it, then I'm glad that they did really include that, because it's important to get the family's approval and respect. It's not really something that should just be done just for fan service, So I think that was really, really nice that they did do that, and I do assume that his family was okay with it. I hope they were okay with it, and that they had approved of it. But overall, just learning about Mr. Miyagi's past even more is like the one big thing that he didn't tell Daniel, which was that he killed someone, and he participated in the Sekai Taikai, I think is the name of it, like this big tournament. I think that was really impactful because we know that Mr. Miyagi has regrets for things in his past, and we know that he's always focusing on improving and being better. And I think that that's really good. The only complaint I have with that is they kind of hyped it up to be something so serious. Like, what is Mr. Miyagi's secret? Did he really kill someone? What was the reason? Was he a bad guy? Was he part of a gang? But the way that they go about resolving that was just super quick. Like, they set it up across many episodes in season 6, and then they just quickly resolve it. And it feels like something is missing in the story still about why Mr. Miyagi killed someone. And like, you come to understand that it wasn't because he was evil or anything like that. Like, the dude stole something very precious to Mr. Miyagi's wife, and like, you get an understanding. And I think it was more like of an accident, if I remember correctly. Again, it's been a few months since I watched it. So it's really interesting to hear about that, but I just wish that they spent more time on the explanation and going through it a little bit more and explaining things a little bit more, just because it just feels like, oh, right, we kind of set up this mystery about Mr. Miyagi. We haven't touched on it in a few episodes. And the show is about to end, so let's just quickly wrap it up. Like let's just jump to the ending and skip a whole bunch of other what's the best way to say it? A whole bunch of other development of this particular arc. So it just felt like that was really rushed, and I think that was one of the best things about season 6. But then you got like the last 5 episodes of season 6, and it is amazing. Like, it's Johnny bringing Cobra Kai back, and Daniel even putting on the Cobra Kai gi again and joining Cobra Kai just for that moment. It was really, really cool, just to see like them respecting each other to that level. And the fact that the senseis, that Johnny had to fight the other sensei, I thought that was really cool. So it gave not just Miguel and Tori and everyone else a chance to fight, but even Johnny got a chance to fight in this final tournament. So it really brings it back to like the story of Johnny Lawrence as a whole, because he is the focus, and so is Daniel. But the show starts with Johnny, and I'm glad that it ends with like Johnny as the focus. So I think that was really, really cool. And yeah, so I really liked the final season. I think it was really good. There was so many good moments in this show in general. And like, the characters are all really well written. Like, everyone goes through a lot of hard things, and some really relatable things too. So I really think that this show handles all of that really good and with a lot of respect. And like, as I was explaining all of that, like, more things just kept coming back into my mind, like the whole Miyagi Fang thing, where it's Cobra, Eagle Fang and Miyagi-Do joining together to be one dojo, and they didn't like the names or the icons that was made, and there was a lot of back and forth. I thought that was so funny. I loved it. I loved Johnny really doing a lot to try to distance himself from Cobra Kai and do things his way. So he makes Eagle Fang. And I thought that was really cool. But then him realizing at the end, like, I can't always run away from the past, I can atone for the past. The past is there, but it's better to focus on the present and then on the future. So even though I don't like Cobra Kai because of how it treated me, I do value it for what it taught me when I was younger. And because of that, this is my home, and I don't need to do it the way that my sensei did it. I can do it my way, and incorporating my values that I have learned and grown from over the past few years, and do it my way. And I think that was the message at the end of it. So that's why I think it was beautiful, because that was like Johnny's whole mindset at the end of putting up Cobra Kai again. So yeah, I thought it was really, really cool. And I love that. And the fact that we got so many people from the movies back, like we got Kreese, we got Silver, we got Chosen, we got so many people back. And I thought it was just really, really cool. And everyone, like everything was just done with so much respect. Like it's definitely those characters after so many years. Um, so it just works so good. So Cobra Kai is amazing in every way. You know, again, the complaints that I have really was that it just dragged on a little bit more than it should have, and uh, it was just pointless fights for a lot of them. But then we have the fights that are very good and the very like shocking moments, like when Miguel broke his back and Johnny was there like fighting and being a father figure to him and then ends up being his stepfather. I thought that was so cool. um, and the fact of what's it called, Robbie, uh, struggling, dealing with his dad, and then having a father figure through Daniel. I thought that was really cool as well, and Miguel too. So it's just so interesting, and it kind of shows them as all being family. Robbie as well, I relate to a lot in many ways. I thought Robbie was really, really cool. Miguel was amazing as well. And yeah, like the fights that they have is so good. Um, so good, and I love too that like I think there was one season where they didn't win. The ones that they were hyping up to win didn't win, and I thought that was really interesting and really, really cool because it shows kind of like a realistic way. Like you're gonna win a lot of fights, but you might not win all of them, even if you're one of the best fighters. So I love that because across all the movies, the main characters always win the fights. So it was nice to see at least one ending of those seasons where the main character didn't win the tournament. So, or the focus that was there in that tournament didn't win the tournament. I thought that was really cool. But yeah, the fights are brutal, so well done, and like savage at the same time. So yeah, I loved it a lot. And they were done really, really cool too. And I love seeing the different styles between Miyagi-Do and Johnny's twisted mix of things and the way that Johnny teaches them. I thought it was all so fun and so cool. But now we have the next movie, Karate Kid Legends. And I do want to talk a little bit about that, but just to wrap up my general thoughts on Cobra Kai, really, this show is so good. It is so fun. It is just so realistic. And it is just so respectful and caring for all of those characters and that world and the culture in that universe. So I thought it was really, really cool and really fun. But yeah, Cobra Kai is amazing. Go watch it. Now, some things I want to talk about at the very ending. And that's about Daniel. So when Karate Kid Legends was announced, and for it coming out so soon after the series finale of Cobra Kai, just like a couple months after, when that was announced, I was so excited. I'm still so excited. Like it's just a couple of days away, and oh, right now it's the 22nd. So yeah, 8 more days away, and I'm just so excited for it because that's gonna be so cool. But when they announced it, and they said that they worked on season 6 to lead up to the new movie. And I kept thinking, like, okay, well, why is Daniel away? Does something happen to Daniel where he's upset? Did he do something that wasn't like him? Did he need to take some time away from everything? Like, what is going on with Daniel? And then why does he suddenly meet Mr. Han and train this other kid? Like, what is going on? So I thought that Daniel, like the ending for it would have been a very sad ending for Daniel. Like maybe his family gets very mad at him, or he in season 6 he and Johnny become like full friends, and then just ends up like having one huge final fight, and a lot of people, like a lot of like their students, like get split in between of like which sensei to trust. Because I mean they've done that before, but I think like I thought it was going to be like something much more drastic, and Daniel would felt like he was a failure for his students. So I thought that that was the direction that the final season of Cobra Kai was gonna go, because from what I saw from the very first trailer, and from just reading about it before the first trailer came out, I thought that Daniel would just be really upset. Um, but seeing the final season, that's not the case. It's a very happy ending for everyone, and I love the ending so much. And it's like everyone got peace now, finally. Um, but yeah, even Daniel, there's a post-credit scene with it where Daniel catches the fly with the chopsticks again. So, which if you remember from the first movie, it's like if a person catches flies with a chopstick, they're unstoppable. They're able to do anything. So the fact that he did it again, and that was the post-credit scene, I think that was leading up to him being able to handle something that's super challenging, and I think it's going to be present in Karate Kid Legends. So I'm very excited to see that. So maybe that's why he looks very serious. Like maybe there is a very big pressing situation that forces him to train this new Karate Kid with Mr. Han. And that's what that post-credit scene at the end of Cobra Kai represents. It's him being able to overcome this little stressful thing that seems very, very hard, but he's going to be able to overcome it in the movie. So that's just my theory on it. But you know, the fact that they're doing this movie, I'm just super excited for it. Like, just was announced and then just releasing a few months later. So right now it's about to release in 1 week, and I'm just so excited. So I just hope we do get to see Johnny, Robbie, Miguel, Sam, Tori, the Cobra Kai group. I hope that we do get to see them, or if not see them, or not all of them, then at least get mentions of them. Just because they're iconic now. So I think that they're very important to the overall lore, and I think they should be included in it. And the movie is called Cobra Kai Legends, so more than one. Is that in reference to Mr. Han and Daniel? Or is it in reference to them plus the new Karate Kid? Or is it in reference to all of the Karate Kids together, including Daniel, including Johnny, including Mr. Han? If that's how it is, I would love that a lot. I do hope we get to see Dre. I do hope we get to see Julie, or at least mentions of them, because that would be really interesting. But overall, I'm so excited for that movie. So, guys, this is my review on Cobra Kai. Go watch this show. It is amazing. It is fun. It is funny. It's just so cool. And I hope that you guys enjoyed my reviews on all of the all of the Karate Kid movies and Cobra Kai. Pretty soon, in a couple of days, you'll see my review of Karate Kid Legends. So, with all that said, guys, I hope you watch it. Let me know what you think of this show in the comments. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Have a good night, everyone.